thank everybody for coming out here tonight, and thank all the supporters that are once again showing their overwhelming support for a great project. And let's not forget the real tragedy that exists here tonight is the fact this place is barren tonight. Other than the people that are out here supporting this project and supporting jobs and economic growth in this community, it's barren when there should be 10 to 15,000 people out here tonight. And more importantly than that, there are 1,500 families that are at home tonight worrying about, are they going to have a job tomorrow? Now that's what it boils down to as far as this task force is concerned, as far as this malicious paramilitary raid is concerned. The fact that someone can seem to be delighted about 1,500 families worrying themselves sick tonight, wondering about their future for tomorrow. We've got single moms at home tonight worrying about if she's going to be able to put food on the table for her kids next week. That's a real tragedy that we're faced with here today. Next to that, how much more money is our state going to spend on a bingo task force that's been in operation now for over a year, and they've yet to make one single arrest? This is a malicious abuse of one's office. The fact that we are now spending millions of dollars to eliminate legal electronic bingo in the state of Alabama, basically eliminate competition for the Native Americans in both Alabama and Mississippi, that's another tragedy. And that's basically what it boils down to here, while we're putting our citizens, our hard-earned, hard-working, good, hard, tax-paying citizens of Houston County out of a job. Those are two tragedies that I can't fathom anymore. The fact that we've got state nurses that have been on a pay freeze now for 3 consecutive years. The fact that we've got 3,500 plus school teachers that are worried about losing their jobs this next year if something drastic doesn't take place. Those are all tragedies that are associated with this project and what's going on here right now. And how much longer are we as citizens of Alabama going to continue to put up with such nonsense? Because that's what it boils down to. It's utter nonsense. And I personally, we're all exhausted, but we're here till the end. Our attorneys are working diligently to accommodate the reopening of our project. We will be on solid legal ground. As we said from day one, we will continue to be on solid legal ground, and we feel more than confident with our legal position. Our attorneys are working diligently to make sure that we can reopen these doors without having to worry about a malicious paramilitary raid on again, innocent citizens in Houston County. I'm going to take questions now.
Is there anything in the bond covenants that require you to be open a certain amount of time or anything? Are you worried about that or getting back open for those reasons?
Our biggest concern with respect to opening back up, again, are the people that are sitting at home tonight without a job. We've got people that are making $12 to $16 an hour that are sitting at home making $0 an hour right now. And they were making more money here than they've ever made before in their lives. That's our ultimate concern. As far as the debt service that's associated with our project, obviously it puts us in a financial crunch, but our main focus right now is opening the doors back up so we can put people back to work and continue to expand trade and commerce in this region of our state.
You have an expectation of when you might be open again?
I don't want to speculate. We're not going to open the doors when the governor and the governor's task czar is saying when they open the doors we're going to come in and basically destroy their facility. We're not going to allow that to happen. We worked too long and too hard and too diligently to allow someone to come in with a malicious, unwarranted. Now you have to understand, there was no search warrant issued yesterday. They couldn't get a judge to issue a search warrant. That's violating our civil rights. It's unfathomable to me that we live in the United States of America and that's taking place here. When a governmental entity can just come in at will and shut you down, and literally, if you go back and look at the Whitehall raid, which is exactly what was anticipated here and what would have taken place had we not locked our doors, they would have came in with drawn weapons, possibly creating a heart attack, or who knows what would have happened had we not locked the doors here. It's a sad day, not just in Alabama, but in America, but that's not how our country was built. Our country was built with the most basic principles of democracy, and that's that majority rule. We weren't founded on a dictatorship. With an entrepreneur spirit and a free enterprise system. So, you know, again, it's a sad day. We look forward to when we can turn the lights back on out here, and those 1,500 families that we're referring to, they don't have to worry anymore. You know, it's been troublesome, to say the least, in that when you go home every night, you got to wonder, well, is the governor going to raid us tonight? There are more pertinent issues in this state today than electronic bingo. Electronic bingo has been played in Alabama by the Native Americans since 1989. It's been played in Alabama by non-Native American entities since 1992. Why all of a sudden does Governor Riley come out and say, this is illegal? No, it's not illegal. We're playing legal bingo at Country Crossing. Our games, each and every game that sits on our floor, have been certified by the most renowned gaming laboratory in the United States of America that says not only are we legal bingo games, we comply with the parameters that have been set forth by the Alabama State Supreme Court. So, you know, again, it's a sad day in Alabama. It's a sad day in the Wiregrass.
Can you comment about the PAC monies that have been contributed to Mr. Tyson? I understand there may have been some PAC monies contributed to him in a campaign, as well as Governor Riley?
Absolutely. There's no may have been about it with respect to Mr. Tyson. In his 2006 bid for Attorney General of the state, the Porch Creek Indians of Alabama most definitely contributed to his campaign fund. And there's PAC-to-PAC transfers that were nothing, you know, but gambling PACs that he accepted money for. So when you start looking at a conspiracy, an overall conspiracy, the fact that Governor Riley's son-in-law represents the Porch Creek Indians of Alabama, while at the same time he represents the governor's task force, and then the czar of the task force, Mr. Tyson, was a recipient of campaign contributions from that same Porch Creek Indian tribe in Alabama, then it appears that sometimes somebody's got to wake up and say, what's going on here? Is this a task force to eliminate the competition for the Native Americans in both Alabama and Mississippi? That's what it certainly appears to be, because I didn't see anybody raiding the Atmore facility last night. There wasn't any planned raids in Wetumpka or Tallapoosa last night, and there's been no mention of it. And the fact of the matter is no one in the state of Alabama has any jurisdiction over those entities. So raiding our facility, eliminating 1,500 jobs here, does nothing but expand their business.
How long can you hold out?
We're going to hold out as long as we have to. You know, we have resolve. We've been holding out now for 2 years. We're going to be here as long as it takes.
Well, I know you care about the families and all, but you have a tremendous investment of your own and other people's too that you're trying to look out for. And I'm just wondering, you know, how do you handle that pressure every day?
You know, we just wake up every morning and put our britches on one leg at a time, pick ourselves up by the bootstrap and say, hey, you know, there's no sense in sitting around complaining or crying about it. Let's just continue to move forward. And you know, I'm a firm believer, if it's meant to be, it's going to be. And I believe that this is meant to be. And with that being said, a path will be cleared, and we'll walk down that path. We're not going to quit. We're here to stay, and we're gonna fight to the very end. And the end is going to be a successful ending for everybody associated with this project.
Mr. Gilley, all the employees that are out of work today, possibly the entire weekend, your establishment not getting any revenues, are you seeking, or do you think the employees will seek in the future any civil action for the?
You know, I don't want to speculate on any of the legalities right now. Again, we have a great assembly of attorneys that are working diligently to accommodate the reopening of our project, and I wouldn't want to speculate on answering that question. It would be pure speculation at this point.